Drake is everywhere. His tracks are on repeat from radio stations to streaming playlists, and his influence is off the charts. He shatters streaming records like it's nothing. Every drop sets a new bar, leaving everyone else playing catch-up. But walk into any bar, say his name, and get ready. Someone will throw shade. It's almost a given. Another will roll their eyes. The reactions are intense, almost like his success is a personal diss to them. The Drake paradox, massive success, inevitable backlash. For every fan who vibes with him, there's a hater who can't stand him. How can someone so popular be so divisive? It's a head-scratcher. His talent is clear, but so is the split he causes. We love to hype up success, but we also love to tear it down. It's a cycle as old as fame itself. Drake, in his climb to hip-hop royalty, has become a magnet for both love and hate. Every move he makes is under the microscope. He's the guy who gets the girl, but we question if he deserves her. His public persona often leaves people doubting his realness. He's at the peak, but we're waiting for the slip. The higher he climbs, the more people seem to anticipate his fall. This isn't about breaking down Drake's music, it's about understanding the hype and the hate that surrounds him. It's about dissecting the cultural phenomenon he's become, how he stays relevant and controversial in a constantly shifting industry. It's about understanding why someone so undeniably talented and influential can also be so intensely disliked. The duality of his public image is a fascinating study in modern celebrity culture. Drake is unavoidable. His music is everywhere. Commercials, movies, your friend's Instagram story. It's like he's woven into the very fabric of our daily lives. You can't escape his beats, his lyrics, his presence. Whether you're at a party, in a car, or just scrolling through your feed, Drake is there. He's infiltrated pop culture in a way few artists ever have. His face, his voice, his style, they're all instantly recognizable. He's not just a musician, he's a cultural phenomenon. He's a brand, an icon, a walking, talking meme. From his fashion choices to his catchphrases, everything he does becomes a trend. He's more than just an artist, he's a lifestyle. His music, a blend of braggadocio and vulnerability, resonates with millions. He can switch from boasting about his success to revealing his deepest insecurities in a heartbeat. This duality is what makes him so relatable to so many people. He taps into emotions, particularly insecurity and heartbreak, in a way that feels genuine. His lyrics speak to the human experience, touching on themes that everyone can relate to at some point in their lives. He's the sensitive bad boy, the rapper who isn't afraid to cry. This juxtaposition of toughness and tenderness is what sets him apart from other artists in the industry. But scratch the surface and a different image emerges. There's a complexity to Drake that goes beyond his public persona. He's a man of many layers, each one revealing something new. The same sensitivity can seem calculated. Some argue that his emotional displays are more about marketing than genuine feeling. It's a debate that continues to divide fans and critics alike. The vulnerability, a marketing ploy. Is it all just a strategy to sell records and maintain his image? This question lingers in the minds of many. His emotional range, once refreshing, now feels like a broken record. Drake, the enigma, remains. What was once seen as innovative is now viewed by some as repetitive and predictable. We're drawn to his success, but we question his authenticity. It's a love-hate relationship that keeps us coming back for more, even as we scrutinize his every move. We sing along to his songs, but we judge his every move. In the end, Drake remains a compelling figure, loved and loathed in equal measure. Why the hate? It's complex, a tangled web of factors. Some find his music repetitive, his lyrics shallow. Others criticize his public persona, seeing him as calculated and inauthentic. Controversies, real and perceived, fuel the fire. Then there's the competition. Hip-hop is a genre built on authenticity and competition. Drake, with his pop sensibilities and crossover appeal, often seems at odds with these ideals. His success, particularly in a genre dominated by Black artists, is often viewed through a lens of racial politics, further complicating the narrative. The hate is real, but so is the love. To understand one, we must grapple with the other. Drake's story is a study in contradictions, a reminder that success and adoration are rarely straightforward. Critics often point to Drake's lyrics as a source of frustration. Over the years, his music has been scrutinized for lacking innovation and depth. He's been accused of being repetitive, of relying on tired tropes about women and relationships. Many argue that his songs often recycle the same themes, making his discography feel monotonous. His emotional vulnerability, once a strength, is now seen as a crutch. What was once praised as raw and honest now feels overused and insincere to some listeners. His public persona further complicates matters. Drake's image as a relatable, down-to-earth guy clashes with his actions and the controversies he finds himself in. He's been called out for his friendships with younger female celebrities, which many find inappropriate and concerning. These relationships have sparked debates about his intentions and judgment, for his tendency to insert himself into narratives that don't involve him. Whether it's beef with other artists or social issues, Drake often positions himself at the center, drawing criticism for being opportunistic. His nice guy persona often feels at odds with his actions, creating a disconnect that fans struggle to reconcile. This duality makes it hard for people to fully trust or support him. Add to this his well-documented feuds with other artists, which have painted him as both a victim and an instigator. These conflicts often overshadow his musical achievements, and it's easy to see why some find him difficult to root for. He's the perpetual victim, always embroiled in some drama or another, the sensitive soul constantly wronged. This image, whether cultivated or genuine, has worn thin for many fans and critics alike. This narrative, whether true or not, has become tiresome to many. The repetition in his music and public persona has led to a growing sense of fatigue among his audience. No discussion about Drake is complete without addressing the ghostwriting allegations. While the use of ghostwriters is common in the music industry, the accusations against Drake cut deep, challenging the very core of his artistic credibility. The accusations, first leveled by Meek Mill in 2015, sparked a heated feud and cast a long shadow over Drake's career. While Drake has denied the allegations, the controversy continues to linger, a stain on his legacy. The ghostwriting debate speaks to larger anxieties about authenticity in hip-hop. Drake, with his pop sensibilities and crossover appeal, embodies these anxieties. He's seen as a threat to the genre's core values, a symbol of everything wrong with commercialized hip-hop. Drake's impact on music is undeniable. He's shattered records, influenced countless artists, and changed the sound of popular music. But his legacy remains complex, a tangled web of success and scandal, adoration and animosity. He's a master of reinvention, constantly evolving his sound and image. But even as he evolves, the criticisms remain. He's too calculated, too eager to please, too quick to play the victim. Drake's story is a reminder that success is rarely linear, that even the most talented artists are not immune to criticism. He's a walking contradiction, a testament to the complex relationship between artist and audience. Drake is a Rorschach test. What you see in him says more about you than it does about him. He's a blank slate onto which we project our own anxieties, desires, and insecurities. Love him or hate him, you can't deny his impact. He's a force to be reckoned with, a cultural phenomenon that continues to captivate and infuriate in equal measure. So what do you see when you look at Drake? Is he a talented artist who deserves his success? Or is he a manufactured product, a symbol of everything wrong with the music industry? The answer, like Drake himself, is far from simple.